Hi, my name's Cheri. Welcome to my Stampin' Up studio. I have a couple of different things to remind you before we get going on today's card. One is that the January to June mini catalog and the Sale-a-bration catalog will be coming out soon. So I will start putting together the list of people that I will be mailing them to. So if you want to get one, there are a couple of different ways. Everybody who is a Paper Pumpkin subscriber of mine, or everybody who has placed an order with me, a physical order, not a class, because a lot of those of you that take my classes I know are demonstrators. So if you've placed an order with me at a class or a camp or online since June, when our annual catalog came out, then you'll automatically get one. If you haven't placed an order, if you are new and you would like one, then just let me know, or just place any size order on my website and that will get you a catalog. I'll have them, I'm gonna start putting my list together around before Thanksgiving, because I host Thanksgiving and then I have a super busy week that weekend after. So get your orders in soon if you want to be on that list. And also over the weekend, I opened my very favorite classes that I do over the year. I do them 3 times a year with the release of all of our new catalogs. So it's called my Try It class. And what it is we will make 10 cards together. It's an online class. So there's 2 ways you can do it. You can just do the videos, or you can get the kit. Both versions come with a PDF that you can print out of templates. So all 10 cards will have their own template, and it's a really nice PDF. I take a lot of time working on it. And all of the cards are designed around a designer series paper. So I can't show you the inside of the card. There's a little bit of designer series paper here. So each one, when I do the card, I show you all of the paper. So even though you're only getting some of the paper, you do get to see it all. And then each card has all new stuff. So you'll get new ribbon, you'll get new embellishments, there'll be new punches, there'll be some new die cuts, there'll be specialty papers. So each card is designed around a new paper, and then you just add a sentiment that you already have. So most of the time black ink works, and then you usually just, if you have a punch, to punch out your sentiment and add it to your card somewhere. So this class always fills, and the reason it fills is because I'd like to stay married to my husband, and we have to negotiate how it takes a lot of work to cut up all this paper. So right now you can sign up for that. It's super fun. You will love it. And it's a great way to get to try everything that's in here that is not a stamp. So you don't get to see all the dies, but you do get to see a lot. And then I show you a lot of the suites too. We do walk through a lot of those. So there are video tutorials for all 10 of the cards. So it's a super fun class. So that opened and it will fill. I will do a second session more than likely, but you won't get that when the new catalog comes out. This one, I aim to get it out fairly soon into the new catalog so you see everything, so you know what you really want to order. Then today's card is with Snowflake Wishes, Snowflake Splendor Suite. And this class, I do have a class. It's 4 cards, again, online. 2 ways, so you can get just the videos, or you can get the kit class for this one. And with the kit class, we will be making, you get the stamps, the dies, and the card supplies to make the 4 projects. And we'll do 2 Christmas cards and 2 winter cards. So the card I'm going to show you today is, if you're like me and you're like, well, now it's almost Thanksgiving and only half my Christmas cards are done, it will be a really quick card. So I'm going to show you these 2 other ones, because in the suite, when you get the kit, you don't get the paper and stuff, but some of the cards we'll use the suite paper. So part of that has this really, I call it the frozen suite. It just looks like Anna and Elsa could jump out at any time and start singing to you. So both of these cards are up, but I always like my snowflakes a little on the rustic side. So we're gonna do a little bit more of that today, but both of these are up. And there is one other card. I must have mailed them all out because I can't find the other one. So we're gonna start with some crumb cake. This is just a half a sheet. It will be our card base. I don't know, a few years ago I did a crumb cake snowflake card, and ever since then I'm kind of like stuck on them. And then I've just taken a smaller piece of crumb cake and then just layered a white piece behind it to kind of set that off. So we're gonna stamp our backgrounds. This suite has so many snowflake stamps and so many snowflake dies. So on this big piece here, I'm going to take the biggest snowflake stamp, and just in the crumb cake ink, I'm just going to stamp the background. It will dry a little bit lighter than this. but it's also going to be in the back. And down here, I'm barely pressing because I want it to look kind of faded because I'm going to put my sentiment down there. So we've got that, and it will dry a little bit lighter. I wanted to do that first so it would have a chance to dry. And then on this one right here, I just chose another one of the snowflakes. And a lot of these snowflakes also have the dies to pop them out. And then I have our white stamp pad. And on this, I'm just going to add some white. It's always nice and bright. And this could be embossed. I'm not going to, or you could heat set it. I'm just going to let it dry kind of matte. And again, just kind of fill it up. It doesn't have to be everywhere. Just like that. It does take that a second longer to dry than normal ink. And then I've got Memento for my saying. So just ink this up in black. You can see why I intentionally stamped not hard right there, so it kind of faded away. This says Snowflake Wishes for a Merry Christmas. Stamp that there. And then on the inside, here's a little tip for you, especially if you're doing a lot of them. I have mounted my inside one, and it says, May your season sparkle. And I'm going to just put this right here. And then if you want to add some pretty to the inside of your card, which of course when you have this many stamps in a set, you do. So when I mounted these snowflakes on here, I'll show you what I did. You can see your words right here. And so I've just mounted these so that when I flip these over, they're already going to be right where they need to go. So if you're doing a lot of them, you don't have to spend your time. They're just perfectly placed to go where you want on the card. And then if you're doing a lot, you don't have to keep doing them over and over and over. So you can see that's already getting lighter. By the time we come to finish that off, they'll be even lighter still. You could do it with Versamark if you wanted a more tone on tone to get it lighter, but I'm okay with that because most of it's going to get covered up when we add this to the top. So let's move the cut emboss machine over here. And so I've picked some. At this point, if you're like me, now we've had lots of little scraps from all of our other projects that we've been working on. So I have some red and green foil. And these literally were scraps from other projects that are just laying on the table. So that kind of determined what size is. And then I had several pieces of this. I had some of the red velvet. I had lots of pieces of the different metallics that were all big enough for these small ones. So you literally could just go through all of the shiny stuff that you have on your table. I'm just going to pass these through. And they cut out really well. So you could even get your husband or your kids to help you roll these through. Pull them out. I just swept my floor off, so I'm going to be careful that I don't get all this all over the floor. So let's go ahead and stick this all together. I was trying to give that a second longer to dry. I don't need Seal Plus, but I don't see my seal, so we're going to go with the heavy duty. I know some of you prefer the Seal Plus anyways. So just stick this on here. And then I'm just going to use a glue dot to stick these on. I thought about getting my, you could use the adhesive if you want. So you make them into little stickers. But I wasn't quite sure how many snowflakes I wanted on here. And then I decided 3's enough. And one glue dot will kind of hold them. And it also helps them have a little bit of dimension. And then get this little guy. You can see they pop out super easy. I could have pulled them out, but then all those were going to pull out and literally just swept off my floor. Because I did that quite curvy class. And then I made some extra curvy cards, and they're everywhere. Look, you could even stack those. That would be super cute. So this ribbon is from the Playful Pets. I'm And I'm keeping it kind of rustic. So I've just doubled it over. But these cards too, if you're at this point where you've used a lot of your Christmas stuff and you're just needing a few more cards, any of the red and green ribbons that you've had, white, any of them that you've used up to this point already, you could throw them on here. So this is kind of a catch-all card. Just pull all your scraps out that you have, little pieces of anything, because any ribbon can tie around here that's a Christmas color, and any of those. You could even do some that are the greens and the blues with the balmy blue paper. So just pull that. Snip this one off over here. Lay this up on here, and I'm going to put some dimensionals. So just add your dimensionals. You could lay it flat if you wanted to, especially if you're sending a lot of them and you don't want to pay the extra postage, because sometimes, depending on your postmaster, they don't like the dimensionals. So you can see that that is getting lighter, and because there aren't many of them, it's fine. So you just take these and just plunk one right in the center. If I was making these, I would take a little bit longer for my white stamp ink to dry, but it's dry enough. But if you're making several of them, just do the white sections first and then just set them aside. There you go. Now you could add, some of these. Let's go ahead and just do it just for funsies. So these are the Elegant Faceted Gems, and they were in my class. So these are actually the pink, but you could use them because when you put them tone on tone with the craft, it looks crafty. But I really want the ones that look like ice. So take this little one here and then add two big ones. And it also helps secure your snowflakes to the card. So if you'd like to sign up for the class, the registration for it does end soon because I'm going to order all the stuff tomorrow. I have the videos ready to tape, and as soon as I get them, I will get them out to you. But it's a super fun little set, and it does have a thank you in it, and it has some other things, and they make fun scrapbook pages. The set makes great thank yous, birthday things for the winter. So you'll find yourself using it way past Christmas. So everybody have a great day. Bye.